Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls, and we are in Anor Londo. And we're going to continue on from the bonfire here, and we're going to go explore. Well, most likely, I'm not sure how much of the Anor Londo we're going to get done on this first episode. Is definitely going to be at least 2, maybe 3. It all depends on the rate at which I get this stuff done. But we're going down this elevator here towards where we need to be. Wonderful spiral staircase. And what's this? It's a gargoyle. Wow, it's like the bosses from previous zones end up later as fightable opponents. Which is exactly what's happening here. Owie. But, like normal, we'll just shield up and attack during the cooldown animations. And if you did not get the chance before, I think you can take this guy's little tail off, and you can get what's it called? The gargoyle halberd. But, whatever. I don't need it. Oh, I got it anyway. I can just kill him outright. So, we want to go straight here, but unfortunately, this is in the wrong position. So we need to find a way around. And so, we need to go to the side. But first, we are going to go around, and we're going to come down over here, and we're going to drop, and we're going to come back this way for a chest. And I believe there's also one up there, so I'll have to go up there in a second as well. At least I can't remember. It's been a while since I came back and grabbed these, but it's a piece of demon titanite, and that is normally what you would get from the titanite demons that we have been neglecting to fight in Sen's Fortress and that kind of thing. Is there stuff up here? No. Okay. There's just that one chest back there. But what we can do now is we can head off to the side here. And if you're not ready for it, this may seem kind of like a strange place to go, because it looks like you're sort of going off the side and you're going off into the scenery. But you can walk up this way and head on towards this balcony. And you want to be a little careful here, because there's a little bit of a invisible wall that's kind of trolly, but you can just walk off here and you land on this balcony and plop down, and you can go in through this broken window here. And this is where you want to be a little bit careful. So you see that guy up there? Of course I knew he's there, so that's why I looked up. If you weren't looking for him, you just walk in, and as you walked in he would drop on you and it would be a surprise. But of course I'm ready for him, so we can take him out. Oh, when he dropped something. I think it's his sword, the Painted Guardian's sword. So now these guys are called the Painted Guardians, or the Painting Guardians. I can't remember what it was exactly. What significance does that have with one of the items that I had gotten before? So if we go back down to it, is it in here, or is it? I think it's in the somewhere here. I think it's in the keys. Yes. The peculiar doll. You look at the last line there, a cold and lonely painted world. These guys are painted guardians. You know, you can put 2 and 2 together and see that that peculiar doll has something to do with these guys and this particular area, which is why I went and got it before we came here, because then I'd be able to do it without having to backtrack. But this is the Rafters section, and this can be very annoying for players, as the enemies here can knock you back if you like that. There's that little bit of knockback whenever you get hit on the shield, and if you're not careful with your attacks, you can yourself throw yourself off the ledge like I did in Blighttown. But hack this away, and that drops that chandelier down, and there's an item on the chandelier that then we can get in the future. So we just need to carefully move across here. Really don't have to worry about much up here as long as we take it slow. Don't rush it. Keep our shield up. Keep our footing in the middle. Wait till he attacks and then dig him out. They have no shields, they can't block. And then just wait until his corpse disappears in order to be able to walk through it. And just slowly progress. Careful, careful. That was a little fast, that was a little close. Make sure he doesn't push me up too far. And take him out. Now, there is a technique here you can do for speed running if you want. From this location, you can actually jump from here, and you can make the landing on the banister there. It's super close, but it's doable, and speedrunners do it to take a second or two. Well, the amount of time it takes to run down here and then get down this ladder, that's the amount of time they shave off their record by doing it that way. Now, there is that chest over there, and we want to try to get to it. So let's do that before we go through this fog gate. Normally people just go like, oh, I don't know how to get to that, and go through the fog gate, but I can show you. So we'll continue past another guardian down here. And you may think, like, what are you doing? You're going down to get up? What's going on? Yes, that is incorrect. God damn it. This is how you get back, I believe. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, we have to come from here, and we gotta drop down to the feet of these statues. Yep, just like so. Okay, good. And then we can come to here, and then we can tumble our way through here. And now we're on the other side, and then there is a staircase sort of mirroring it on the other side with another opponent, which we can take down. Unfortunately, our weapon is hitting the side here because this is a close quarters. And we can check the chain is going back towards, so it's safe. We can open it up and get a divine blessing, which is the cure-all consumable. So not really that great of a treasure, so people aren't really missing much. But it's easy little treasure you can get if you want to. And then you can roll in through there. And head back on up. There you go. And that's how you get to that chest. We'll head on through the white light. And we have now gone from over there. We've gone up and around. And we're now onto this platform that we wanted to get onto. Excellent. Now what we can do is we can move this platform. So we're going to push the lever. And the whole thing is going to move. So you can see the whole thing sort of corkscrews down into position and creates a bridge. So now we've lost access to that area, to the upper of that sort of cathedral. But now we have a bridge across here. And another gargoyle has spawned. So I knew that was coming, so I'd already started to back up. And that is the end of his sort of tether range. So if you are playing ranged weapons here, you can just spam him from this location, and he won't move out to attack you sort of past this spot here. But we're going to move in because we only have melee weapons. And melee weapons are for men. Ranged tactics are for wimps in this game. And we're gonna try to chop him down. See if we can get a bleed hit off of him. One more. Come on. But, oh, there we go. We stunned him a bit. And we got a bleed stack off of him. And a couple more hits. And he's down. Excellent. Gargoyles are definitely not a problem anymore. And he gives us his shield, which is nice. But now we have choices on where we want to go. I am... well, let's see here. Let's head down this way. I want to see where this is connected to right now. I think it's connected to the painted area. And yes, that's all it's connected to right now. So I won't go in there quite yet. I'm going to save that until we actually go into the painted world. But that is where you go for it. It's a secret area off to the side. What I am going to do is I'm going to lower the thing one more time so that I can get access to that bonfire down there. It's just slightly closer. Just going to run back up here. And we're going to take this thing and we're going to push it one more time. And the entire place is going to start moving as it goes downwards. We're going to jump here and sprint down these stairs. And it's a little strange when you're doing the sprinting down or upstairs while the thing is moving. It gets kind of floaty, but that's just the problem with the game itself. And what we got here is sort of the funeral home, the cemetery for Lord Gwyn's. This is the Lord Gwyn of Sunlight here. You can see his sort of raiments of the ankle guards and stuff like that. And that's actually a set of armor that you can get later. You can pillage this corpse in the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. And what does this ring do? And if I find it here, it boosts your miracle effectiveness. So that's cool. But important thing here, I'm just gonna light this bonfire and rest at it because I can. And I'll probably kindle it as well. When we were down in the catacombs, we got the Darkmoon Seance Ring. And this is an important one for this zone, because if you come down here and you equip the Darkmoon Seance Ring, that disappears. And you open up into an entirely new area. What? And there's a fog door. Now, we're not going to go through the fog door yet.
Halt! Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of myself, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me.
And this is the Darkmoon Covenant.
Disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
And we're going to enter the Blade of the Darkmoon, just because I can, because it's fun. Just wanted to show you where this thing is, and we get the Blue Eye Orb, which allows us to invade other people who have been bad. And we get the Darkmoon Blade Covenant Ring.
Very well. Hunteth thee.
And so we are now part of that covenant. So I just wanted to show that off. If you were wondering why I specifically went and got that ring in the catacombs, it's used here. And this is actually also a boss fight. We're going to do this later after we're done with the main bosses of Anor Londo. This is another boss fight, and it's really interesting, and it's a boss fight that requires you to be very mobile. But we're going to take the Seance Ring off, and if we flip back to being able to see, take off that, put on Howl's Ring. Now that we've done it at least once, it's going to stay permanently that way. So you don't have to continue to wear the Seance Ring. We just have to put it on in that room once, and then we have it unlocked, sort of in that zone. Oh, and I wanted to... I don't need to kindle up that bonfire yet. I'll do it if I die and kind of have to come back there. But now that I've rested there, I will start at the bottom there, and I can just run up this staircase. And... at the top, we're connected to the painted area, but we'll just push this once. And we'll proceed to run around. As I believe it's this side that's going to be connected to the proper one. Yes! And we get here just in time to go across. And we're heading towards the central towers of Anor Londo. Ooh, so exciting. Although, now we're going to see some of the most annoying opponents in the game. Not these guys yet. Very soon. There is the dreaded archers of Anor Londo. But first, you've got the giant tower guards. And these guys are fairly annoying. Any attacks that you make while being positioned in front of their shields do absolutely nothing. Like, nothing. So you have to hit them while their shield is out of the way. And then you're able to hit. So if I do it here, see, nothing, because it hit the shield first. So it makes them really annoying to fight. But, thankfully, they're a bit slow. And you can get in some good hits. And you can bleed them. Which, again, makes the Uchigatana such a nice weapon because of that bleed. Unfortunately, I aggroed the second one as well. I wanted to just do one at a time, but at least I know this guy is a one hit here, so I'll try to take him out. Lickety split. Just circle around him. Nope, they hit his shield. Dodge that. Dodge that. Come on. Just want to hit your ankle. There you go. One hit into the side. And then we can be more aggressive on this guy since there's just the one of them. Switch to two-handed so I can do some good hits. Look at that. God damn, hitting the shield. Let's take him out. Now everything else here is closed up. There's a gate there that is locked. I think we might be able to open this with the no, we can't open it from the side. I was thinking we might be able to do this with the master key, but no. And then this opens by some contraption which is inside the door, so unfortunately we have to go this way. Sort of shoehorned into it. Now these are the guys that brought us up here, but they're not too terribly difficult. The only thing you have to watch out for is the fact that they have lightning magic on their spears. So you can just dodge that, and then you can lay into them. They do have a really large knockback. I mean, not that they knock back you, but they get knocked back by your attacks fairly easily. So that's something you might have to watch out for, is they may get out of your attack range quite quickly. So you have to see what I'm doing here is I have to move in between each hit in order to close the distance again. Makes it a little annoying. Now, I can't remember. Don't think there's anything down this way. The next thing is to head down this here, and we're going to fight another couple of those guys just down here. And I got a ton of Estus, I'm just going to top up. That's what makes it so nice about going and doing the catacombs and getting Pinwheel and getting the Rite of Kindling early, is it makes your your later areas nice, because there's the archers, oh god, because you can have a bunch of Estus and not have to worry about being like, oh, I only got 10 Estus for the zone. Okay, I need to retreat. And okay, it's probably good. Let's just get out of line of sight, and we'll Estus up. That didn't go very well down there, but thankfully they're sort of running towards me now. God, there's haha. Even though they can fly in all the cutscenes, they don't fly in the game. So him falling off there means he's dead. And oh, I knew that was coming. That arrow. Come on. And take you out. One more hit. Oh god. Ow. Okay. Now we got those artillery coming in. Okay, so now to talk about the archers of Anor Londo. Probably the most annoying annoying enemies in this zone is these two Silver Knight archers. And they're in here, and they're up at the top there, and they're firing a weapon at you called the, I think it's the Dragon Longbow or Great Bow or something like that. And it literally fires these, like, lance-sized projectiles, which, if they hit you, will cause a massive, massive knockback. So the primary way these guys kill you is by catching you with one of the arrows and you falling to your death. So the way to really get by these guys is you can just hold here until they stop shooting, and then you can just calmly walk, but don't stop. That is the key point, is you don't want to stop moving, because they're not going to have the ability to, oh god. Oh god damn it. Oh, fucking hell. And that's what happens with these guys. They just juggle you in that position and then you die because you screw up. So what you want to do, which I will do next time, is you want to just stay calm. Oh, I'm going to kindle up everything here. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, I got enough time in this episode to try to take care of those guys. So let's pop both of our twin humanities here, and let's reverse hallowing and kindle up. So the strategy for those guys is to get up there, and then you have to dodge their first couple attacks. So you can easily just walk slowly to when they're at long ranges. Once you get closer, what I didn't do there, and I have to do when I go back, is I have to get a little bit more aggressive once you get up to the top there, as you need to get close to one of them in order to, I believe once you like get up to the top there, and you can rush that one and then dodge its attack, and the other one gets behind a piece of terrain so you don't have to deal with it. Yeah, anyway. You can just pull that lever there if you're respawned down here and the place is out of position, and it will bring it down for you, which is so very nice. But oh well. Those guys claim a whole bunch of victims. Although, hopefully, unless I become very, very sad if I die to these guys a few times. You can also, like, take care of them one by one. You can go and kill one of them and then not have to worry about them shooting you in the back, which I might do. I might just take it slow and try to get them that way. But unfortunately, everybody's respawned. But I think I'm going to run by everyone because I don't want to fight them at this moment. And I've only got a few minutes left in timing for this episode that I want to do. So we'll just try to remember some of my speedrunning tactics here. Just run on by these guys. Oh my god, I hate you. Frickin' stop throwing shit at me. Bugger off. Okay. Whoop. Okay, cool. Come on. Get here, heal up. Come around. Sprint. At least we're going to get our soul pile for sure. I dodged it. I got close to him. Excellent. Now, you just want to tuck yourself into this corner here and take his hits. It's the best strategy I can say. Because eventually he's going to fall off this edge himself. And that's how you get by them. So you just got to be a little bit more aggressive. As soon as you get up, you can see that that guy over there, if I went any further this way, he'd be able to see me and shoot me. But if you get into this corner, he can't. So that's where you're safe. And then you just get into this corner where you're not going to get knocked off. And you just push that guy basically right up to him And as he swings, he'll get knocked back ever so slightly against your shield. And you keep doing that until he kills himself, basically. And that's how you can get by those guys. Excellent. And into the complex here. And now, there's all these different rooms here, but we want to have one with a bonfire in it, most likely, right? We don't want to have to redo that run every single time, so what do you know? Bonfire. And there's Solaire.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining
So yeah, Solaire has made it his way up here as well. And we can light this bonfire, and we can actually see a few players that are in this area. And we can rest. And I think that will be a good point to stop this episode. Before I do anything more, I don't want to make this episode too terribly long. This is a good stopping point. So, thank you for watching this episode of Dark Souls. And when we come back, we'll be exploring the entirety of the Anor Londo castle here, and looking at some secret doorways, some illusionary walls, and gathering some awesome equipment. But for now, thank you for watching, and good hunting.